The sum of two numbers is 15. The difference between 5 times the first number and 3 times the second number is 19. Find the two numbers. Let me create enough space for this question. Let me see if I can be able to put this paper. So then we'll just have this space that is remaining getting well utilized for us to get the answer to this question. So they have told us the sum of two numbers 15 and the difference between 5 times the first number and 3 times the second number is 19. Find the two numbers. So I'll just come here and say, let these two numbers be x and y. Because I can't even tell which numbers are these. So let me just say they're actually x and y. Then I'll come here and say, x plus y is equals to 15. Of course, the sum of the two numbers is 15. Sum means addition. So when those two numbers are added, so the first number is x and the second number is y. When the sum of those two numbers is taken, then the answer is 15. That means when you say x plus y, the answer is what? 15. Maybe the first number can be 8 and the second is 7. That gives us 15. But the first number can be 9 and the other one is 6. That can be 15. Or you can even say 3 and 12. You can have 10 and 5. So we do not exactly know the numbers. It can be even 14 and 1. But you just say that let these numbers be x and y. And of course, from here, you can be able to actually have the second part getting also written down. The difference between 5 times the first number and 3 times the second number is 19. 5 times the second. So the difference means you're actually minusing. So difference between what? 5 times first number and 3 times second number. So 5 times the first number. So 5 times the first number. So that is 5x. Or 5 times x. 5 times the first number. So 5 times x, that gives us 5x. And they're saying difference, so you need to minus. 5 times the first number and 3 times the second number. 3 times the second number. So the difference between 5 times the first number and 3 times the second number, the answer is 19. Very good. Now, we have actually formed two simultaneous equations. You're supposed now to actually solve them simultaneously. I even thought it was a quadratic equation to actually end up giving us the final values of x and y. So let's just solve this simultaneously. We can even use what we call substitution method. How? You go to the first equation, then make one of these letters or variables the subject of the formula. You can take y on this side. So we shall have x is equals to 15 minus y. So I've made x the subject of the formula. So I'll now just take this expression that represents x, then put in that second expression where there is x. With substitution, go to the first equation, make one of those variables the subject of the formula. I've made x the subject of the formula by taking y on this other side. And if in case we had a number here, which is a coefficient of this x, I would have actually divided all through by that number to exactly make x the subject. So I'll come here and say 5. Now the second equation into, I don't again write x. I replace that part with what? The expression representing the value of x, which is 15 minus y. Then I say minus 3y. The answer is 19. So 5 times 15, that is 75. Then less 5y minus 3y. The answer is 19. So 75 minus 8y is equals to 19. Minus 5y minus 3y is minus 8y. So I'll take 75 on this side. So I'll be left with minus 8y is equals to 19 minus 75. So minus 8y is equal to, I put here 19, that will be 15, that is 6, then that will be left with 6, so that's 56, which is negative. So divide by negative 8, divide by negative 8. So this and this will disappear. So y is equals to 7. So in y is 7, what about x? We said x plus y is 15. So if y is 7, then that means obviously x is what? 8. So I'll just say x plus y is equals to 15. So it is x plus 7 is equals to 15. So that means x is equals to 15 minus 7. And obviously x is equals to 8. So find the two numbers. The first number is x, which is 8, and the second number is y, which is 7.